London is renowned for making best guns. You have makers such as Boss, Purdy, Holland & Holland, and of course, Smith Torok.
We are now in the workshop of Smith Torok, and here we're going to find out what exactly goes into making a bespoke London gun. It gives me great pleasure to introduce you to Alexander Torok of Smith Torok Shotguns. So Alex, can you please tell us what exactly goes into making one of your bespoke shotguns?
Well, the first thing we'll do is we'll measure the customer and get his dimensions.
And then what would be the next stage once they've done that?
Well, that will start the process of making the gun, and the first process would be to get the tubes and make the barrels.
All Smith & Torok barrels are forged from the finest British steel. Once this is achieved, Alex's apprentice Arun measures the concentricity of the barrels. At the next stage, Robin files and strikes up the tubes to the desired swept-out finished shape. This is then followed by filing each tube joint to ensure correct conversion. The tubes are then braced together in the forge. A traditional smoke black lamp is used to help fit the loop and the ribs. Subsequently, the ribs are then wired onto the tubes and tinned in place. Excess tin is then removed and the ribs are struck up. After chambering, the barrels are handed to the action filer, who then machines the barrel lumps to suit the action body. Excess metal is then removed using traditional hand skills. All Smith & Torok guns are manufactured using skills handed down through generations of master craftsmen. Here we see Alex working on the trigger for the pistol grip, also known in the trade as working on the furniture. To see the high points, Ryan uses soot from the lamp. He then regulates the face until a gas-tight seal between the action and the barrel face is achieved. At Smith & Torok, we rely mainly on manually operated machines, as we often make unique one-off guns, keeping old skills alive.
We are now at the stocking stage. Here at Smith Torok, we only use the finest exhibition grade walnut. Once the piece has been selected, it is then naturally dried and then made ready to be cut.
This is then followed by the heading up process, scribing around the action as a guide. Here, lock plates and lock work is being fitted into the stock. Hubert then proceeds to fit the trigger plate. The lockwork is now being checked for unwanted bearing that might touch the wood.
Well over 100 man-hours are spent stocking a Smith Torok gun.
Final stages for the stocker is called make off. Here we see Hubert smoothing round the drop points.
All guns are hand checkered, ensuring maximum grip.
So Alex, what stage are you at now?
We're at the polishing stage.
And what's the next step?
Subsequently, this will go to the engraver for engraving.
Traditional gun oil is used on the stock to achieve the desired finish. And finally, the finished gun goes through stringent checks.
Pull.